Okay, Assalamualaikum and welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
Alright. So today,
Hari
ni yang sangat-sangat sejarah. Kita dah ada fan apa? Newcastle, MU, Aston Villa. Name it lah. But today we have Everton fans right here.
Everton, the Toffees.
Alright, so
Thank you for having us.
please introduce yourself, starting from you.
Hi, I'm Lynn. I've been supporting Everton since 1985.
Wow.
Yeah, and
You heard the wow.
okay, yeah, probably not born yet. Yeah, and I started supporting them. I don't know why. I think I just chose the color blue.
Yeah, suppose most of us. Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was either Liverpool or Everton, and for some strange reason, I just chose Everton.
Yeah.
And the thing that really sealed my love for Everton was Gary Lineker.
Oh yeah. 86, 85, 86.
Yeah.
But were there any other people surrounding you that was
No,
supporting
and
Everton,
you know,
or were you the only one?
Yeah, because it was also very rare for girls to watch football. So I had like a few friends in school who would watch football. I think mostly Liverpool fans, but I had one other Everton friend. And that was about it. In fact, I didn't even find out about the Everton Supporters Club community until 2012, which is quite recent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but we have been in existence since 2002. But I only found out about them in 2012.
And we got registered in
16.
2016.
And
It's a proper association.
how many are you guys in?
I think membership wise we got about 50 to 100.
Oh, that's not bad.
But it's very small membership wise. Because there's not much activities. But the greater supporter, we call it the greater good supporters outside the club is the few thousand of us. But Everton supporters are very subdued, low profile. We never win, so who will?
Until we start winning, then they'll come
Yeah,
out.
they'll come out again. Yeah.
So you guys are like ROS registered with ROS?
Yes.
And what is the club name?
Well,
Everton Supporters
it's
Club.
Everton Supporters Club of Malaysia, but officially with ROS, it's Club Penyokong.
Club Sukan Everton.
Club Penyokong.
Club Penyokong Everton Malaysia. Something like that in bahasa
Do
Malaysia.
you guys have like a short form?
ESM.
Okay.
ESM. Everton Supporters Club of Malaysia. And we are also registered with directly with EFC.
Oh, wow.
And Goodison Park, so we receive our certificates every year.
Wow.
And in fact, every year we are invited to go and visit. So what they do is at the end of the season, at the last game of the season, all fans club around the world are invited to Goodison to do a walk around after the game. So we always get invited, but sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not. Yeah.
Okay.
What about yourself? How did everything start for you?
So I'm Rick Wade. Thank you to Sheikh for having me here, and thanks to the two of you for having us here. Lin and I are former presidents of ESCM.
Wow.
And so we were leading it for a few years ago. Yeah. The current president is Shah. He apologizes he can't make it today. I've been a fan since 1984, and truth be told, I only got to know Everton in 1984 was because they won the FA Cup. So at the time I was only about 10 years old, 11 years old, and we only get to read results on the newspaper. And those days, newspaper right at the back, the last page.
Yes.
It's always the second last page and the third last page. You see the Premier League result. 10 notes in Division 1. And then I used to buy a magazine called Shoot and Match.
This seems like a very popular magazine.
Yes, those days, yeah. So
I used to buy it too.
Yeah. Those days was about, I remember it was 70 cents. It was very expensive at the time. 70 cents was very expensive because New Straits Times was only 20 cents.
Oh.
Yeah, so 70 cents was very expensive, but I didn't mind. I see my money to buy. So yes, a fan since 84, and because they won the FA Cup. And just like Lynn, I had friends who was supporting Liverpool at the time. It was quite common to see school friends either supporting Everton or Liverpool, but I just somehow got attracted to Everton for some unexplainable reason actually.
Yeah, because your friends in your circle, both of your circles are all Liverpool, most of them. So how come not Liverpool?
I guess we're chosen. Yes, we're chosen is a natural inclination to support a club which has rich history, good legacy, and but to be fair, at the time they were winning. You're a young kid. We don't support clubs who lose. Everton was a very strong team between 1984 to 1988. They kept on winning every year. They were in the FA Cup. They won the Cup Winners' Cup. This is the Cup
Yeah, actually,
Winners'
this
Cup.
jersey is very. I've not seen this at
is
all.
the Cup Winners' Cup.
It's retro.
So 1985, when we won our one and only European Cup, and then we qualified to the Champions League, then known as the European Cup, many times, but we never went all the way to the final. Always quarter-final, semi-final. So yeah, it's Evertonian since 84, 85.
Were you guys ever tempted to shifting allegiances?
Oh,
No, never.
No, never.
Despite your circle being the red side.
I would not wear a jersey from another club either.
Oh,
Or Premier League.
that's really bad.
'Cause we had
Loyal. But actually, to be fair, I must correct that I wouldn't say most of our friends were Liverpool fans. Actually, some. At those days in school, I'm sure Lynn agree, we were all primary school at the time. English Premier League wasn't big. There was only English League. What was big was local league.
okay.
Selangor, Perak, and all that. So I remember as a boy, I grew up. I'm from Perak. I'm a massive Perak fan. Used to go Perak Stadium all the time and watch. So actually, it was the other way around. Love for Perak, and then extended to Premier League. But over the years, the quality of the English League was so good that, of course, we get drawn towards it and kind of left behind the local leagues. So that's my story lah.
Lynn, what about you? Were you like tempted? At any
to
given
strict
point?
allegiance? No, never. Yeah. Let me show you. I've got a tattoo as
Oh!
well.
Respect.
She's the right person.
Respect.
Wow.
But growing up, like, who did you guys like idolize like as your heroes?
Well,
Like
Gary
back then.
Lineker
Yeah.
and then Adrian Heath. These were like our stars of the 80s. Yeah.
And you guys were like challenging for league titles?
So in
Or-
the 80s, 84, we won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
85, we won the FA Cup. Sorry, the Cup Winners' Cup and the English Division 1, now known as the Premier League. And we went to the FA Cup and lost to Man United. So we nearly won a treble.
Treble.
Yep, we lost that game in the FA Cup to Man United 3 days after winning this game. So they were
Wow.
super tired. I remember I spoke to Graham Sharp, our striker at the time. He said, Rick, we were so exhausted and we played at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Wembley, so warm. By the time second half the players couldn't breathe.
Oh.
And true enough, we lost 2-0. To be fair, to a very good Man United team. In 86, we finished double runners-up of all the clubs to Liverpool.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
we lost in the FA Cup to Liverpool and the Division 1 to Liverpool. But more importantly is we won the Cup Winners' Cup in 85, won the Division 1 in 85, should have played in the Champions League in 86. But something happened in the other match between Juventus and our neighbours. And of course, our neighbours, they don't like us talking about it. But the fact was, 39 Juventus fans unfortunately passed away in that match in a big fight with the red side of the other side of Goodison Park. And we were banned because of
All
what
English
happened
teams are banned,
to that
yeah.
club. Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you Google the history, that is the truth. And so Everton could not play in the Champions League after winning the Cup Winners' Cup. We could have actually challenged for I wouldn't say we'll win, but I think we could have challenged. We were a good team that year. So in 86, we won the FA Cup. So we finished the second FA Cup and the league of all the club, Liverpool. And in 87, we won again. We became Division 1 champions again. That time was known as Division
Oh, you
1.
guys were the real deal, man. Back
Yes.
then.
Then in 88, we finished top 4. 89 top 4. 89 we qualified to the FA Cup final again. Unfortunately lost to Liverpool. They were led by a very good player called Kenny Dalglish. Credit given when due. John Barnes, Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush. Very good players, yeah. And in 1990, we were top 6. And then in 91, together with Arsenal, your club, Man United, Liverpool, Spurs, and I can't remember who's the 6th club they were. The big five. Everton was known as the big 5.
Yeah.
We formed what is known as the Premier League. So the original founders of the Premier League is Everton, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Man United.
No Man City inside.
to go back to David Moyes, right? How did he manage to sustain Everton for so long?
He was very good at basement deals,
I see.
and he's very good at finding. Not just him, his scout as well, right? They're just good at finding all these players, potential, right? And then he builds them. Yeah, so he's really good at that. But which is what he's also done with West Ham, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just find that David Moyes is very good for this kind of things, like building a team with very little funds.
Okay.
But look at what happened to him when he went to Man United.
What was your reaction when he went to United?
I think a lot of people were angry with him, but for me, I felt like, hey, you have this chance to go to a team where you can get into Champions League and stuff like that. So although I felt like his caliber is still not there, but hey, if you're given the chance,
It's a step up, right?
Yeah, if you were in his
A big
shoes,
step up.
would you not take it? So but
You remember the players like Steven Pienaar,
Oh, yes.
Tim Cahill, Mikel Arteta, who was languishing in Rangers. He was in Real Sociedad, went to loan on Rangers. So the news came out that we are buying a Spanish player who should be Xavi,
Yes.
but he's the second choice. So we were like, who is this player? And then when he came to Everton, we were like, wow, right? And then we got Cahill from Millwall. Steven Pienaar was languishing in Borussia Dortmund's reserve team. Steven Pienaar. Can you be there? Yeah.
Oh.
Then he went to get Tim Howard, which was discarded by Man United
Is it? Yeah.
after the disastrous Champions League game. His confidence was down, but he became a big star in Everton.
Yeah.
Phil Jagielka came from Sheffield United, was relegated, but Jagielka is an Evertonian. Leighton Baines
Oh,
came from,
I love Leighton Baines.
he's a vegan player, but he's Evertonian. He's actually Evertonian. He was born in just outside Goodison Park.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he loves the club. And many of these players that he went to buy, David Moyes, have a strong affinity to hardworking. Some of them are Evertonians. But we just always lacked a striker at the time when David Moyes was the manager.
Who was a striker during that time?
Actually, we had quite a lot, but all substandards.
Oh wow.
Yakubu,
Yakubu.
James Beattie.
BT was quite decent, no?
Yes, but they are like maybe a 8 to 15 goal scorer.
Yeah.
And not good enough to. At the time, we had Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry, even we had Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, not on the same level.
Yeah, we don't have Les Ferdinand, no Alan Shearer. These are 30 goal scoring
Yes.
men.
we get like Jermaine Beckford and
Yeah, we have Beckford. from
Jermaine
Leeds.
Becker was like later on, right?
yeah.
What about Fellini?
Fellaini, what happened was Fellaini, Moyes was eyeing him. This is what we read. He was eyeing him for 2 years when Fellaini was 17. And statistics, of course, these are days before data. Statistics show that Fellaini had a very powerful defensive role, like a cheaper version of Patrick Vieira at the time. So he was pushing up and down. And Everton bought him on the final day of the transfer window in, I can't remember the year, for 15 million. At the time,
That's huge.
we were like, who? And for what? And then after 3 years, we're like, okay, he's good. He's really good. Yeah. So David Moyes has a very astute transfer acumen, and then I think he did almost everything right at Everton. So when Roberto Martinez came in, he injected a strike force, got Lukaku, Gareth Barry, got 2 strong wingers in Gerard de la Foye, and then he got Pienaar playing on the left and Kevin Miralles on the left, de la Foye and Miralles taking turn on the right, and then Pienaar together with, I can't remember, another left winger at the time.
Is it Lennon? Is it?
And Lennon came later,
Later.
but there was Aiden McGeady, and right in front, we finally got a striker, Lukaku. And that was a season we finished 5th behind you guys, and we even defeated you guys 3-0 in Goodison, which we totally outplayed. First time in history, we outplayed Arsenal. We were like, wow. But the following season in 2015, the wheels came off the barrels, and then we finally realized that Martinez is an attacking manager.
Yeah,
He's
but
very
just doesn't have
poor.
the defensive.
He doesn't know how to play
element,
defense. and that was a season where we were attacked 80% and we lose 1-0 the next season, and we finished from 5th to 13th.
Wow.
And we've never really recovered from that.
But I've always felt that if we had retained Martinez for the 4th year,
Maybe.
something might have come good out
Because
of it.
Moshiri came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when Martinez was in the 3rd year, it was about to be sacked, our new owner came in. He's this billionaire who came from Arsenal, Usmanov.
Oh yeah, Alicia. Yes.
Usmanov and Moshiri are partners. So they had a fight with your current owner, and then they came to Goodison to buy over Everton. And we thought, wow, finally we got a proper wealthy owner who loves football.
Yeah.
And we thought, okay, we can finally challenge for top 4.
But
You
guess what?
Now we're
He
challenging
didn't know
for
how
bottom
to-
4.
No, he didn't know how to manage a team as well.
Yeah,
manage a club.
What was the
Moshiri is
mistakes?
worse than-
What was the mistakes that he made?
Investment, well, not investments. Buying players who were really no good for inflated amounts.
Listening to agents, sacking managers. He thinks he's playing championship manager
On the mobile.
yeah.
I think you can say the same for Ronald Koeman also, right? No?
Koeman's an established name though.
Yeah, he went to.
That's
He's not a good man manager.
correct.
Really?
Many people don't know this.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
But you want to tell them what our ball, our
He denied
Kick
one
man-
of
our kid guy said it wasn't good. Remember at the event?
Oh
At
yeah.
Goodison,
And I don't know whether you're aware. He denied one of our players, Nias, a locker.
No.
Yeah,
First time I'm hearing.
Yeah. He was really nasty to him for
Why?
I don't know.
He didn't like him.
Just,
Oh, wow.
just didn't like his face.
Nias was the last player which Martinez brought in. He was an African striker, hard-working man.
Yeah.
He'll run and run.
Talented.
But
no?
finishing very
No,
poor.
not so good finishing, yeah.
Omar Nias okay lah, not bad lah.
Yes.
Yeah, Omar Nias. He's an okay guy. So then when Koeman took over, clearly he didn't like him. Didn't give him a locker, didn't give him a number, made him train with under 18. Wasn't a really nice guy lah in the club. And we were told by, because we do have contacts in Everton, in Goodison, that he was quite a difficult man in club.
He has his favourites, is it?
And he, like many of our managers, have the second season syndrome. Like Roberto Martinez, him, Marco Silva, second season then just unravel and then lost.
Is it because that you guys don't really strengthen your squad in the second season? Or
Makes
is it?
sense?
Right.
And also people know how we play.
Yeah,
Makes
get
sense.
found out.
So David Moyes is the only one. Every season change.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean for West Ham now, so his tactic is changing.
Yeah, he changed
For this
every
season.
season. So when he first took over the club, he played 5-4-1
Oh.
or 4-5-1, just compact. Then once he got a bit better, he played 4-1-4-1, and then he even played a very defensive 4-3-3. And then sometimes he played Pina on the left, then he played Pina on the right. Then he brought Gary Neville, Phil Neville to the right. Sometimes played in the centre. Sometimes he put Neville in front. Tim Cahill became a striker sometimes. So clubs not very sure how he played.
You guys were unpredictable lah.
Yes. So, but after that, our managers since then. So Shonda, I like him because he's quite unpredictable. Many people still don't know how we play because he seems to change every game and
But it doesn't always work.
yeah.
I still remember the game, one of his earliest games for Everton when he faced Arteta.
Shondash.
Yeah?
Yeah, the first game.
Yeah, he beat. Yeah.
1-0.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Oh,
You were there?
I
Wow.
happened to be in Goodison. Went to see my daughter who was studying in UK at the time, Chinese New Year.
okay.
So then when I flew out, I got news Frank Lampard was sacked. So I said, okay.
Were
Then
you
I touched
happy
down.
with the decision?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sadly,
right.
I like Lampard as a person, but
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a good man manager, but sorry, tactically, just
everyone likes him in
Yeah.
Everton, by the way. But he had some really strange tactics.
But Lampard is a mystery because in his first season with Chelsea, he performed very well.
Yeah.
Despite a transfer ban,
Yeah.
and they got them to
Mason
the
Mount,
top 4.
don't forget, he was the
Yeah.
guy who found Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, what happened to his career? God
I
knows.
think it's
God knows.
too big shoes for him to fill.
Yeah.
Maybe he should
Yes,
have
sir.
just remained in Championship first.
I feel this is my theory about Frank Lampard. when he goes out, he feel that, and this is not a statement of arrogance. I think he said, "I'm Lampard.
Yeah.
I got this big name to do it, so I have to perform." He should forget about it. He just should go
Yeah,
there and perform as a manager.
I agree with you because there was one moment when Chelsea was fighting Liverpool, then he got into a fight with Klopp. Then he reminded Klopp that I said, I have 2 Champions Leagues. I was telling Klopp that.
As a
So
player.
I think he was still stuck into that zone that he is Lampard. You know?
Yeah, so he must just forget about that
Yeah.
and become Lampard the manager.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, he was a good guy, but anyway, we sacked him, and then by the time I arrived in UK, and by the time I arrived to watch the match, Sean Dyche became a manager. So I'm like, okay, I pray to God. Of all the games start off, Arsenal. Oh my lord!
Were you guys
But,
happy that Sean Dyche came in, or?
He was the right manager
Oh.
for the right time.
Right, because from the outside, we were like, oh, who's this guy? He's
Not
like,
my favorite type of manager, but I think that's what we needed because we needed someone to
Yeah.
show up, you know. the
I mean, I
defense.
loved him when he was in Burnley because it played quite well there.
Yeah, but I was always very bored watching Burnley.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
Hey, but he's making us play well this time, right? Surprisingly.
I mean, you guys are solid at the back, yes, but I don't know, not really sexy to watch.
Yeah.
from Carlo Ancelotti to Dyche.
Yeah. Oh, Ancelotti was good.
What was your reaction when Ancelotti came in to the club?
It's like wow, because I really like Ancelotti, you know.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Serial
Right? Serial
winner.
winner.
Yeah, serial winner, and you know he's a nice guy.
And he
And-
gets the club.
Yeah,
And don't
I,
forget, he manages during lockdown.
Yeah.
And I read his autobiography. You can see the type of manager he is. Like a lot of players really look up to him, not just as a manager, but like a friend. You know, like a father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just the type of person he is.
And he's able to pull like the star names as well, like
That was the other thing.
Yeah.
James Rodriguez, you know.
If he had given another season, because he was going to revamp our defense, he made it clear he was going to revamp our defense. And that season, when we finished 10th, many people don't realize that in December, 6 months before that, we were second. Then things unraveled, playing in an empty stadium. We lost out of 15 games, we lost 8 games. So we just dropped to 10th place. And all of us knew that our defense had to go. So he wanted to stay on. Then, actually, the truth, what I understand is this is probably not on record anywhere, but many people didn't realize that 2 months before he went to Real Madrid, his house got robbed.
Oh.
And his wife was held at, I don't know whether gunpoint or knife point. And she was so terrified, she left Liverpool. And I
see.
heard that she went to their home in Madrid. So Ancelotti, who actually at the time made it clear that he liked Everton very much and wanted to bring us to the new stadium, knew that he had to leave. So he didn't leave because he hated Everton or the more money or whatever. He just, I want to be with my wife. So that was what I gather from the
Yeah.
back. But you probably won't find this in
Yeah,
the
because
yeah.
when from the outside, I'm thinking, okay, Real Madrid comes calling, who says no, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but okay, but I was wondering also, like, why would he go to Madrid when he have achieved so much in his life before?
Yeah.
I think why again he wants to go back into that.
But he fits the club, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and Madrid is like this, you know.
Yeah.
And he won the Champions League after that, so
Yeah.
well done to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're very happy for him actually.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was the year that we beat Liverpool.
Oh. I'll go back to what happened during the international break, the 10-point deduction. Caught everyone by surprise, actually. Were you guys surprised by it, or did you see it coming?
Being an Evertonian, I saw it coming, but I was surprised that that the point deduction was immediate. You know, there was no. I mean, this. I would have imagined that, you know, at least give us some room to appeal, but no, they immediately deducted it, and I think it really creates an impact, you know, a negative impact on the players, because imagine, like, you know, suddenly you have 10 points deducted. You have to work doubly hard to get back those points.
Yeah.
That's like 3 wins and a draw.
You guys were in like 14th, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were doing so well, you know. I mean, we just finally reached the turning point where we were starting to see results, you know. And even though there were weeks that we we lost, but we were playing really well. But when you immediately see that these 10 points are docked, then it's different from, if they allowed us to carry on playing pending,
Yeah.
the appeal.
Because there are some clubs out there with 115 charges.
Yeah.
Wonderful, yeah.
And yet they get to appeal, they get to do that, and still
But
not.
those cases not heard yet.
Yeah, oh yeah?
Not heard yet.
Not yet.
So
How?
the charges against Man City and Chelsea are still pending hearing. And what I stand corrected. So if anybody have a different information and can share with us, then I'm quite prepared to re-record this. And
Is the charge fair?
against Everton, my view, absolutely not fair. Absolutely.
Why is it?
See, I'm very lucky. I've actually managed to read the decision.
Yeah.
And as I told Sheikh earlier, my background,
You're a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. Yeah. So and I do sports law.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I love sports law. So when I got a decision, I actually had to get my colleague to read because I was worried that I am not objective. They'll be very angry when I read because it's my club. Right?
Yeah.
So when I read it, then I realized that we were quite consistent. Okay, the background is this. 2019, we bought a land to build a stadium. Of course, when you spend money, you kind of assume next season we will play a game, sell season ticket, stadium full, and Goodison is always full. We make money and we replace, right? Then we started making process to get application approval, yada yada. And in the year 2020, we went in with application approval, and you know what happened in 2020? So stadium was empty, dragged on for 2 years, and in the meantime, we had to spend money. So while other clubs had no income from the stadium, so did Everton. No income from the stadium, no income from many other things because everything was stopped. But we, unlike all the other 19 clubs, we were buying a stadium. We were building a stadium. Right? So like when Arsenal was building a stadium, every season your Highbury was still packed,
Yes.
and you were winning. You were the Invincibles at the Highbury. Your brand was selling like nobody's business. Everybody wanted to be your sponsor. So it was suffering for you. I remember that time Arsenal couldn't buy and sell players. Arsene Wenger complained that I can't buy, but he should come to Everton. Then you will understand the problem. Yeah. So then we had this problem. Season tickets couldn't be sold, no revenue, and we were spending money. Okay. Then came last year, our sponsors and our backers is a Russian.
Right.
Usmanov. We know what's happening in Russia and Ukraine now. And the English government put in a law which effectively caused Roman Abramovich to sell Chelsea. And Usmanov had to let go. And he was sponsoring us. Our training ground was rebranded Megaphone Finch Farm. Megaphone is Usmanov's company. Our jerseys had Megaphone here. We were receiving money. And our new stadium that we are building was going to be named after Usmanov's company for 200 million. That was the plan. But we lost all that money. So Everton then, looking at this, I read the decision, felt that we're in trouble because we can't sustain based on a normal situation because we have a stadium. If we take the stadium out, we will never be in this situation. Because we'll be just like everybody else, no money. Instead of 50 million profit, we have only 10 million profit. But still okay. We will survive, yeah. So then to compound matters, the English Parliament wants to pass a new law to form an independent regulator to regulate the Premier League. So the Premier League is trying to show that I can self-regulate. So we became the sacrificial lamb. And so I feel that everything that can go wrong has gone wrong the last 3 4 again.
Guys in Everton.
So when I read the decision, and I must say with this, I think maybe the barrister who heard the case, if he hears this, he may want to sue me for defamation. I don't know. But I just want to comment this. I respect the commissioner, the head of the commissioner, who is a King's Counsel. In England, the King's Counsel means a top barrister given the honour by the King. Hence KC. Used to be QC under Elizabeth. He is a Leeds United lawyer. Google his name, you find out his law firm, you read it for yourself. At the second page, it's written there, advisor for Leeds United. And we know what happened to Leeds United. And he is now chairing the commission to decide us. So it's like asking me, an Everton fan, to decide a referee a game between Liverpool and Barcelona, or asking Steven Gerrard to decide a FFP complaint against Man United.
Okay, so what's your
It doesn't make sense.
what's your conspiracy theory telling you?
No, I don't think it's a conspiracy at all.
Yeah.
I'm not at all suggesting it's a conspiracy. I think they really felt that this guy is the correct guy to hear, but perception-wise,
It's
I
bad.
must say it's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
It's bad.
So for all you know, the decision is correct, but justice must not just be done, but must be seen to be done properly. But I said, of course, people say, Richard, you're casting aspersions and all that. So like I said, must seem to be fair lah. And that is one part. But what is more strange is that if you flip through the report, it's about 40 pages. In 2021, Everton had informed the Premier League that, hey, I'm paying this interest for this loan which is connected to the stadium. Then the Premier League, I'm summarizing. The Premier League said, okay, we will let you go. This is not really expenditure. In 2022, a similar interest cannot. So Everton like, cannot. So this one means you overspend. So these are if you read it's all about these kind of things, and that's why we overspend by 90 million. Of course, some people,
Why is it not consistent?
I don't know.
Overspent by 90 million.
19,
19.
19. Yeah. But to be fair, Sheikh, right? I must be fair to other clubs. It means if we can overspend 110 million, here we spend 120 million or 100. So but this is because we're buying a stadium, we're building a stadium, over 3-4 years. So, and now to be fair, we are back. We're okay. We sold off Richarlison, we sold off some of our big players. We got reinvestment to come in. So I think this season and next season we are financially back to okay. We've got a new DOF. Our director of football has got things.
Who is it?
Kevin Telber.
But if we get relegated, the finances.
Correct. If we get relegated, then we are in big trouble. We actually may lose the club.
Really?
Yeah. We may lose the club. We may end up being Rangers. But of course, Rangers went down in Scotland because allegedly they didn't pay tax. We are okay with tax. We paid all the tax. But we overspent by 19 million.
Yeah, because the rules state you cannot spend more than 104.
Yeah.
You guys spend 125.
So correct.
Yeah.
And again, because of so what I find is strange is that we informed them, we met them, we showed
You
them.
guys are very transparent, very upfront.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think no one is arguing about the breach. There was a breach. It's just the penalty that we're getting. 10 points. I mean, 9 points for administration. You get it's 9 points.
This is worse than administration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the way they came up with the calculation is like they just plucked it out of thin air.
It looked like that lah.
Yeah.
To be fair to the commissioners, it looked like that.
Apparently, they were using Sheffield Wednesday's example in the EFL where the maximum is 6, but then for every 5 million extra, they add another 2 points or something like that.
Yeah. But so the whole thing felt very unjust. And I think any fan anywhere in the Premier League or the EFL will feel the same way.
Yeah,
Including the two clubs which are being investigated. They'll feel the same way. But for Everton, it's like, okay, I've got this comment. Lynn, someone, no prize for guessing they're from the red side of Everton. The people who are using our former stadium. People don't realize that Anfield used to be our stadium.
Really?
And they don't realize that the liverbird was blue.
Yeah.
Really?
The Liverpool was blue.
Yes.
Okay,
The
tell me
first-
more. Tell me
The
more.
first team that used the blue liverbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Everton,
Everton.
and we used to play in Anfield for about 10-15 years, and then we refused to pay rental because they increased rental, blah blah blah, and we moved to Goodison, and then the owner of the stadium formed a new club called Liverpool Athletic FC, and then he dropped the word Athletic, it became Liverpool FC.
So don't be fooled. They don't own the liverbird.
No.
There's this thing
That's-
called Google.
that's
so you
crazy,
check.
that's
I'm
crazy.
not bluffing you at all.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Liverpool
so
does not have
these
originality.
friends of mine from the other side said, Richard, you guys are guilty. So what you did was you purposely went to the Premier League, tried to pretend that you're innocent, hoping that you're, by saying that you did something wrong, He said, Mommy, I actually dropped the plate. Sorry. So you know,
You get off lightly.
get lovely. But then I told my friend, said, then what do you expect to do? I asked him, so what do you expect to do? That keep quiet?
Put up a fuss like Man City.
Maybe keep quiet and lie, or I rather go down telling the truth. To me, nothing beats in our even our daily life. It is always better going down telling the truth than standing up lying, because then you will always be lying. So Everton did, I felt, for once, the right thing, which was to be honest and explain to the club, and all we just said, we'll be transparent. So how is that wrong when some clubs, well, you know how they spend money.
Lynn, what do you think
About, sorry?
about this whole this whole wayang?
Everton
You want to side? You want to side?
I don't know.
Justified?
Well,
Not
obviously not justified.
You gotta ask some more.
You know, for me, on a personal note, call me radical. I actually think Everton should never ever be charged. But then, of course, you'll say you're an Everton fan.
Yeah.
Because to me, it is a sustainable account. So that means you must have an intention to sustain. You wanted to sustain. You want to keep the club running well. At what point did I just tell you sounded like a fraud?
Nothing.
But could they not have just imposed a fine, right, rather than...
Yeah, so a points deduction is very rare actually.
It's very harsh.
Yeah, usually you get a fine or a transfer ban, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know the legal aspects of it, so I can't really comment on that.
And personally, I always felt FFP
so I
was
don't know how it
unfair.
runs.
FFP, financial fair play, stops clubs like when it started, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool were very lucky that you were already at the top.
Yeah.
So your income, revenue was very important.
Yeah.
And I remember when I spoke to my friends in Everton, when Moshiri took over, I told the management there, as a lawyer, I said, you need to increase our revenue. The trick is not to buy players. The trick is to increase Everton's revenue like the way Chelsea does it. What Chelsea do is inter alia, this is not the only way. They buy young players, then they loan out. They loan out like 50 to 100 players. And every player, they get 5 million, 10 million. You do the maths. So they get this money, and on record, these players are assets.
Yeah.
So their revenue and their asset is huge. So they could spend this much. Whereas Everton only loan out 2 players.
Yeah.
You know, and we got a 38,000 capacity stadium. We only sell 3 million jerseys a year. Arsenal sell that in one day. Maybe we sell that in a year. Like, I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I'm being
of course.
pragmatic. I'm not trying to shoot down my club. We are bigger than many other clubs, but we can't compete with you guys, for example.
Sure.
So we are in that position. But clubs like Man City and Chelsea, they have increased their revenue. Whether real or fake, we don't know. But that's how we didn't increase our revenue. But we keep on buying players, and we keep on spending, buying stadiums. That's why we are in this position.
So in a nutshell, I would say the stadium actually is the cause of. Would you say?
My personal opinion, I felt like we should have built the team before building the stadium. But then, again, you cannot... I mean, we need progress at some point in time.
But
We need-
you know what,
yeah.
guys? We've both gone to see our stadium being built. It is like, imagine in Kuala Lumpur, we have a stadium at Masjid Jami next to Sungai Klang. Or you have a stadium next to Port Dickson facing the sea. It's right at the edge of it. It's so beautiful. And the architects went to 2030 Stadium. We copied Dortmund Stadium. We have steep seating. So they sorry to say this, they said we don't do an Arsenal Stadium. We don't do West Ham Stadium, which is like a bowl.
Yeah.
So they wanted like very high steep, like
Something like Spurs at the wall.
Spurs, but this is even more steep. You see the stadium, really steep. And I imagine 58,000 people screaming.
Wow, that's almost Emirates capacity,
Yeah,
man.
58,000. With the possibility of going up to 70. Because there's one part of the roof we can dismantle and increase the third seat. It's beautiful. I am really proud of the stadium. And I will thank Mr. Moshiri for building a stadium. Thank you very much, sir.
And when are you guys supposed to go to
Next year.
the movie? Next year?
But we
Oh.
could be in the championship next year. Or
Oh
worse,
gosh.
we may not exist.
Maybe this situation could be a catalyst for Sean Dyche and the squad to perform better.
They tried, but we went up against a really good Man United yesterday.
Yeah, let's go to a positive before we close
Oh,
this.
it's more than an hour.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
before we close this segment.
I'm so sorry. More than an hour.
So, I mean, put the negativity aside. Where do you see Everton like this year? Can you guys stay up?
I believe we can.
Okay.
But as a fan, to go through this for the third season,
The pain.
it's tiring. But I guess it's even worse for the players. Yeah.
If it happened last season or 2 seasons ago, we'll go down. This season, actually, because many people don't follow Everton, we as Everton fans will watch every game, and there is definitely something happened to the team.
Okay.
I think the way Sean Dyche have set up the team, rotating the players at the right time, holding a 2 defensive midfielder in Onana and James Garner, and having Idrissa Gana get in the bench to come on rotate, 2 really good wing backs, and then instead of playing left winger on the right winger on the left, he went back old school. Left winger play on the left, right winger play on the right. He went back old school. So we should our crossing us now out crossing instead of in crossing this way, and it allows DCL to go in and attack because his header is very strong. We've got a team, and I agree with Lin. I think probably just, if we don't get this 10 points overturned, we'll probably just scrap it through.
Okay, true.
Yeah,
But we really need to stay clear of injuries. We cannot afford
Yeah.
any injuries.
it's so sad lah.
Yeah.
Once again, our club, we have won the top division 9 times. 9 times. Man City and Chelsea have not won it 9 times, even though we haven't won the title since 1987. But we're still ahead of.
We're catching up soon.
Yeah, but I think Man City will replace us next year. The only 3 clubs ahead of us are you guys, Liverpool, and Man United.
Right, yeah.
And we haven't won anything since 87. You guys keep on winning, Man United keep on winning, and Liverpool just won a title. Yet we are just right behind you guys.
It's amazing.
It's very amazing
There's
stat.
many people
It's
don't know
amazing.
that. They have no idea about everything.
With all the oil money City has.
Still have not caught up.
But to be fair, I think City will eventually
Yeah.
replace us. And they are a fantastic team. Putting aside the FFP, what a team.
Yeah.
What a team. Pep Guardiola. Wish he was our manager.
Nah, but Everton to stay up this season. I can feel it.
Okay guys, so welcome back again.
Welcome back
Alright.
dengan tetamu istimewa kita
Yep.
from Everton Fan Club Malaysia.
Okay, so let's recap whatever happened last week.
Yes.
Mm.
We'll start off with the
Ready?
arch enemy first lah.
Whoa.
The big game of the week. Liverpool Man City.
Oh, I thought it was Everton Man U.
No.
Okay, that.
No, I will start with the arch enemy first. Liverpool. So getting a point at City at the
You want to
Etihad.
comment? Ladies first?
Any surprises?
No surprises. I mean, kind of expected. And of course, with Haaland achieving 50 goals
Yeah.
in the fastest time.
Mm.
Wow, that's
He's
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Second place is actually Andy Cole, who took like 18 games more
Yeah.
compared to Haaland.
But he was prolific in Newcastle before he went to Man United. Yeah. But that game, I think both teams cancelled out each other. Both managers were playing chess on the pitch. And I felt Liverpool kind of deserved to get that 1 point because when they were down, 1-0, they didn't let that affect them. It was quite evident that the Klopp played in such a way to push the 2 wing backs out and pressured Man City's 2 left wingers, left back and right back, and that kind of turned the game. And then true enough, the scorer was a right back rather than left back.
Yeah,
Alex, yeah.
Fun? Any surprises from the game?
Oh no, I was watching the game live. I was thinking that City, if you view City's game this season, it's not as strong as they were in last 2 seasons. It's like, okay, they had chances, but nothing really like
No De Bruyne.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no Gundogan in the middle. There's no Mahrez, that the X factor to give them the goal. You know?
Correct.
Then I knew that Liverpool was gonna get a goal somehow, but I didn't expect for it to come from Arnold.
Yeah. Oh, what's his full name?
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
He's a good player.
Yeah, and then they even had a tussle after the game
Oh,
between Nunes with Guardiola.
oh, is it?
Yeah, apparently David Nunes.
What happened?
No, it's
Yeah, not sure what
I
happened.
think,
But Klopp grabbed Nunes
Yeah.
and pulled him away.
and Guardiola wanted to fight with him somehow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay.
I think passion. But both sides want to win.
Yeah.
Normal.
Overall, I'll say I'm happy with the result.
Of course,
very happy
of course,
with
man.
Where's Arsenal now?
One.
Top of the table.
Oh, you went back on top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys beat
Brentford.
Brentford 1-0 and your second keeper came back
Yes,
because
that's it.
your main keeper was on the bench. He's from Brentford on
Yeah,
loan.
He's
right?
on loan. Yes.
Yeah, Raya, right? Raya's good, surprisingly. Yeah, but
Fan
1-0.
doesn't seem to think so, but
Now we open up. When we get to the topic there.
let's open the topic now.
Now, okay.
Brentford Arsenal. We narrowly scraped through 1-0.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is our saviour.
Everyone was
the former
doubting.
Chelsea.
Yeah, everyone was doubting Kai Havertz. 60 million. Okay.
You know who's the worst buy so far?
Who?
Mason Mount.
Yeah, I
Oh.
agree.
That's what I
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So Kai Havertz actually managed to improve
Yeah.
in Arsenal. Well done to Arteta.
Yeah.
But I really pity Mason Mount because actually Everton wanted him on loan.
Oh,
When
Mason
Lampard
Mount?
was a manager,
but yeah.
wanted him on loan. Because the guy who found Mason Mount is friend
Was
with
that
him.
guy?
Yeah.
And I think he would join Everton.
Maybe, but
yeah.
Lampard left and
Yeah.
So,
I
what?
mean the game, yeah. It's
Kai
sad.
Havertz, you say Kai Havertz.
It's sad to it was sad to see that Ramsdale being like a confident keeper making so many mistakes. So many
Oh,
mistakes.
he almost cost us a terrible goal.
Yeah, and I blame that partially on Arteta because
Putting a doubt.
yeah, where he was our player of the season, and he's
PFA team of the season.
yeah, and he brought us to the Champions League. For him to be suddenly dropped by Raya, they're expecting him to come in and just play like it's nothing, with rarely playing any games. It's a bit ridiculous from Arteta's side. You can see he was clearly angry with Ramsdale, Arteta, and I think this will be one of the very last games Ramsdale will play.
Before it goes off in January.
Yeah, not January, maybe in next season, but you can see the trend moving. But we were lucky to win, I'd say. We were lucky to win.
Brentford is a good team.
Yeah,
At home especially.
we were lucky to win.
Very well good team. Brentford and Brighton. What a rivalry. These are the two clubs which Everton used to beat for fun. Now we are like, please don't lose against this club. Yeah.
The key player in that game, I would say, was Declan Rice.
As always, every game,
As
Declan Rice
always,
performs.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Saving that goal line clearance.
Oh,
I think it was the best buy for you guys from West Ham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100 million, but
cost
100 million well spent, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well spent.
every penny well spent.
Yeah.
Newcastle hammering Chelsea 4-1 at home.
The combination of two things, right? Chelsea is still trying to get their footing under the new Pochettino, new manager. I mean, you people tend to forget that Chelsea just won the Champions League 18 months ago.
That's the thing.
So only Chelsea will take a Champions League winning team and change the whole team. I don't know what they do there. And the new owner seems to play Championship Manager on the internet every day by himself.
Yeah.
So you got to give them time. And of course, Newcastle is very steady. Eddie Howe, this is like the souped up Bournemouth that he had, right? So, well done to Newcastle. Bought well. Very difficult to play in St. James's Park. 60,000 people screaming at you. Or was it 55,000? Very hard to play. So well done. I
So
think
everyone thought Chelsea is on the high after the previous week's results, where
they're inconsistent.
they drew with City.
I feel that Chelsea's just going through the inconsistent patch. They are going through what you guys went through 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
2 good games, 1 bad game. 3 good games, 1 bad game.
With Chelsea is one good game, one bad
Yeah.
game.
And they're not careful, they can get relegated, Last season,
Almost.
they kept on losing, So anyway, I hope they
I think another key factor to that game was Isak's return, right?
Yeah, Isak's back.
Yeah.
the striker for Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's good.
Can see clearly they were missing him for a few games.
He's good. That's good. Yeah.
Lynn, any thoughts on that game?
No.
Or you just don't care?
Yeah, I don't care.
And he didn't watch. He didn't watch.
I didn't watch the game.
I actually had to watch the game because Sheikh asked me to watch before it's okay. For your sake, I'll go do my own review and give value to the show.
But I'll say Chelsea they seem to perform against the teams that they're not Newcastle standard but really top 3 standards. They can perform better.
Well, yeah.
Liverpool, they drew with Liverpool, right?
Yes, that was the first game of the season.
They drew with Liverpool. City, they drew with City, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they drew with Arsenal.
Yeah.
They drew with the top 3.
So Newcastle is not that level.
Nah. I mean, Newcastle themselves are inconsistent in some areas, right?
Because they're going through the Champions League syndrome.
Yeah.
It is not easy. First time playing Champions League. And anyhow, whatever you want to say about him. By the way, he's an Evertonian.
Really?
Oh,
He's an Everton fan. He actually was keen to join Everton as a manager. But anyway, good luck to him. He is managing a Champions League team for the first time. And it's not easy to make sure your team are right on top on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then come back home in the Premier League, play against a club which has been preparing for 7 days, waiting for you.
That's why now he's having the injury crisis, really bad injury crisis. He has to play like under 21 kids in his first team. But still managed to get a result. It's very good. Spurs, Aston Villa, yesterday's game. Spurs being Spursy,
What can I say?
losing at home.
I predicted this.
They're so happy.
The joy.
I predicted this.
Yeah.
I
you did.
said
But to
it.
be fair, it was like close margins, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like they weren't playing well. I thought both teams showed up. Just that,
We do follow Spurs now because our former player is there, Richarlison.
He's been lousy.
What went
right?
wrong?
He's been lousy.
Because he left Everton.
He's been horrible.
He left Everton for Spurs. That was the
60
60
problem.
million.
Yeah.
but I don't think he wanted to go anyway. We had to sell him.
Plus he wants to play Champions League game and we are nowhere in the Champions
But
League.
his form in Everton, man, it's not that bad though. He's actually a decent striker.
The Spurs.
I don't know whether you guys will agree lah.
He
Richarlison.
wasn't just a striker, he was
Winger, right?
a powerful motivator. He played with his heart.
It's very
That's why we all like him.
Yeah.
You should talk to an Everton fan about Richarlison. You see the difference. He's like speaking to Arsenal fan about Thierry Henry, and then asking the same question to a Barcelona fan.
Makes sense.
Then Barcelona fan, Thierry Henry, oh, so very old. But then you talk to Arsenal fan, talk about Thierry Henry, it's like you just had
Best player ever.
best player your whole life.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It's
to be fair,
compared to him.
Richarlison looks like he's out of place in Spurs.
But he's got a long-term injury now.
Oh, yeah.
I think he played. His career was affected by Antonio Conte's style of play. And Conte was that kind of
Conte did hammer
manager
him, right?
will not get the best out of him.
Yeah.
And he'll always be second to Son anyway.
Yeah. At Everton, he was number 1.
True. Actually, one player that we sold to Everton, so Alex Iwobi. Is he still there?
He went back
No.
he moved to Fulham.
He's in Fulham.
We sold him for 15 million.
But he was not bad, right? In Everton?
Because he was our creative player, hardworking. First 2 seasons horrible. We didn't know what he was playing.
Because we got 40 million out of him, man.
Yeah.
Scam of the century.
You know what?
He got scared.
When Everton bought him, our manager was Marco Silva.
Right.
Fulham bought him, their manager is Marco Silva.
Oh, wow.
Marco Silva really likes him.
Yeah.
I mean, he is skillful. Yeah,
But
he
with
is.
him,
He is skillful.
don't know where you want to
divided
play.
fans.
Yeah. Is he number 7, number 10, number 11?
He's
And
everything.
he loses the ball. So that was why under Sean Dyche, he's willing to let go of Demarai Gray and Alex Iwobi, 2 of our wingers who kept us last season. And true enough, with the 2 wingers we have, we are more stable. Because these 2 wingers don't lose the ball. And you must always remember, the player who always loses the ball are the wingers. Why? Because they have to dribble. They have
They're
to
taking on
take on the
defenders.
defenders.
Yeah.
And the left back and right back has planned 1 whole week to tackle you.
Yeah.
The whole week they just study the way you dribble. So it's always the wingers who always lose the ball. Like your player, Saka. He loses the ball the most. But he's got a good defender
Support
behind him.
system, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a sacrifice lah, right? So anyway, back to the Spurs game. I think the wheels are coming off. They've lost 3 in a row.
3 in a
now.
row, yeah.
No,
But
I don't
actually-
think it's anything to be alarmed about.
But actually, people tend to forget
It's
one more
Spursy
point.
lah.
No, it's not Spursy.
Yeah.
Aston Villa.
I told
Your
you. Right?
former manager.
He's number 1 fan.
He's proving now. Well, I think when he went to Arsenal too soon after Arsene Wenger, and he had to go through the Arsenal, like the way Moyes went through after Ferguson. It's not easy to go to a big coach like that. But when he went back to Seville, he won again. He went back to Villarreal. He won again.
Yeah.
He's a winning
He's a
manager.
serial winner.
Yeah. And guess where Aston Villa is now?
Number 5, right?
Top
4. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
They're
There you go.
4th place. I'll do anything to be Aston Villa fan now.
And their signings have been good.
Yeah. So well done to Aston Villa.
Fun as a Unai.
I mean, I've been
Unai
saying
fan.
since the first episode of a podcast,
Yep.
until now, I've been saying that Unai Emery is the most underrated manager in the Premier League.
But I think Unai Emery is just like what Lin said about David Moyes. I think he has to manage a club like Villarreal,
Yeah.
Seville.
Yeah.
I will also put Everton in that category because we are not top 4, Aston Villa. But when you put him in Man City, Man United, Liverpool, I somehow think
2 big shoes.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Some
failed.
managers are like that.
Yeah.
He failed in PSG, failed in Arsenal. It's not a big team.
And it's not. Don't you think it's surprising that the 2 big clubs in Spain didn't look at him?
No?
Yeah. See, so there's something. The data lah shows that. But he's fantastic at Arsenal, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, yeah.
Well done. They did the right thing to sack the former manager.
Still,
What's his guy's name?
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
Ah.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard. Nice guy.
But do you guys think like this is the beginning of the downfall for Spurs? Because people were saying that they were going to be title challengers this year.
No, they won't tell the champ, but they are steady. I like the manager. If you watch him in Celtic, there was something special about the way he managed Celtic. Of course, you know, in Scotland, 2 clubs are very big.
Yeah.
But even then, you still need to beat the team in front of you. And Celtic did very well. I like the manager. Very nice guy. And I think he's going to get the best out of Spurs. Don't forget, Spurs is basically more or less the same team from last season, except for 1 or 2 players. So it takes time to change.
And then they lost their
They lost
striker.
Kane, don't forget that, So I agree with Lin. I think nothing to be alarmed, despite losing 3 games in a row. But I don't see them winning the title.
Top 4?
Possible.
I mean, if they do something in January, then I think they'll get top 4.
Yeah.
But if they do not strengthen their squad in the next window, I don't think they will get top 4.
But they're very entertaining to watch. I like Spurs. I mean, this particular Spurs. And a lot of my friends are Spurs fans, so they're nice people. Hello. They're nice people. Yeah.
We don't have any Spurs friends.
Sworn enemy.
I wonder why.
Yeah, we'll get to the best game for you guys. Everton, Man United. Although the result wasn't great, but were there signs of revival from the team?
That's why I let
Fight back.
Lin speak. I
I
talk
mean-
too much already.
I think that we were actually the best team for most of the game.
Yeah.
It's just that we just weren't clinical in finishing it. And if you look at the stats, I think we had more shots than United.
United,
Yeah.
Yes, we had
But
6-4.
Yeah.
Mm.
But United were just clinical in the finish. And
You were the better team lah.
yeah. And of course, Garnacho's goal, that was
What was your reaction?
Well, you're going to lose. I want to lose to that kind of goal lah. You can lose, right? You must-
No shame lah.
Yeah,
kind of
what a
just
goal.
hit us in between the eye, like
Yeah.
wow, what, 3rd minute?
And that was just after
Yeah, third minute.
we put out the
yeah,
signboard.
we were like, so angry, and we were coming up with all this fight corruption, Premier League being corrupted.
I mean, for
So-
those who are not aware, we were
Yeah.
40,000 Everton fans put up a self-printed red
Yes.
colour sign with a Premier League logo and written the
Yeah.
word corrupt.
Premier League corrupt.
We had a crowdfunding of 40,000 pounds. So they did banners, they did that corrupt placard, and
was like-
we even have a plane.
There was fireworks also.
Yeah, flew over Etihad,
Yeah.
which
So-
says Premier League corrupted.
with that passion and anger,
So we were hoping it would be
Yeah,
an epic, but it was more like children's
we were
playground.
severely deflated in the third minute.
Really.
And I think the timing lah, because the goal was so good and
Yeah.
so early, it deflated the entire stadium. While Goodison is a really bare pit to be in there, but when we are down, it is a very quiet stadium. You get because the whole fans become very jittery, nervous. You can feel it in the stadium. We've been to the stadium, and it's very strange to have 40,000 people feeling the same way at the same time. But that's Goodison, yeah. I think we were just unlucky. We let in a very good goal at a very early stage, and we kind of fight back, but we didn't have a clinical striker.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, watching that game, even though you guys considered very early, third minute, but you guys still stuck in the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
until like the 60th minute.
But the
60th
moment we
minute,
let in the second goal,
deflated totally.
if we had hung on 1-0 until maybe 80th minute, we could have just nicked it.
Yeah, because you guys, Ducore had a wonderful chance in front of goal. Calvert-Lewin, how many headers in front of goal missed? You guys had the chances. Is
Was
someone?
there anyone on the bench that could have helped?
Difference.
Maybe Danjuma.
Yeah.
We got a striker
Danjuma
on
was
loan
on
from
the
Villarreal.
bench.
He's quite skillful. He played in the front left, but we got a good left winger in Dwight McNeil. So I think Sean Dyche would have difficulty to replace. But to take out DCL, we will put Beto, our second striker, or Chimini if we put the young boy Chimini. But they're not as good as DCL yet.
Yeah.
So that was our problem. We don't have a strong bench.
Yeah. That's why after 2-0, Dyche took off DCL, brought on that Shimini guy.
Yeah, because you never know, young players, they may do some trick, some magic. So, but the best team win lah. The better team win that day. I mean, that's a fact. And we have beaten Man United many times at home. So, everything even out lah. Yeah.
Man, any surprises from that game or like?
To be fair, I didn't watch the game because I was thinking United was going to lose. I was thinking United was going to lose.
I was hoping so too.
Yeah. I was thinking, okay, like, maybe he had a chance. Because after the whole drama, Everton's going to be like
Pumped up.
riled up, right? But I was wrong, sadly.
This is the first time United have won comfortably
Yeah.
by more than one goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
even
we've been
still,
winning by one goal for the previous
Yeah.
games, right?
yeah. But even still, so they only had 4 shots, right?
Yeah.
The scoreline didn't reflect the game.
No,
So
it
if you
didn't
look at the
reflect.
scoreline, you thought, wow, they overwhelmed Everton.
No.
Not really.
I'll say Ten Hag is still, he still has to prove himself a few more games. That the squad is steady enough to go on.
Ten Hag wasn't even on the
Yeah, he was in the stands, right?
suspended.
Oh, he was suspended?
Yeah.
Then
Oh,
maybe
I see.
the key to United was the assistant, not Ten Hag. Nah,
Maybe, yeah.
maybe yeah.
Mm.
Any thoughts on the game?
Nah, I feel.
You're watching with Sheikh Ten Hag that time.
Yeah,
right?
no, I mean, the scoreline doesn't do justice to the game. Everton should have got a draw.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah.
Though I think MU's first goal deserved the lead, but I felt our endeavours should go. But that's football lah.
Yeah.
And we had games where we didn't deserve to win at all, and we won. So things even out like the end. We've been following football long enough to know that.
It happens.
Just don't get relegated.
Okay, let's cover next week's games.
Okay.
Which one?
So we'll start off with the first game, our team, Arsenal playing Wolves at Emirates.
Oh.
I would say it's tough because Wolves is picking up, but I think playing in Emirates with the form Arsenal win.
Yeah, I'll say
I'm
Arsenal.
being
win.
biased and
Realistic.
What do you think?
both.
I would go for Arsenal
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think so too.
mean, Wolves are no pushovers, but I think it'll be a comfortable win
Tight
for
game.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Well, comfortable. 2-1 maybe?
Yeah, Wolves at home is a different story, but Wolves away, not really.
Wolves manager is a good manager. He's a Bournemouth manager.
Gary
last
O'Neill.
season. Yeah. And Gary O'Neill was a very dogged player as a player. So surprisingly, he's quite a good manager, yeah.
Nottingham Forest, Everton. The late game on Saturday
Last season we drew with them
at Forest.
at City Ground, yeah.
It's tough.
And this time around, I think we're going there. We were much more stable team. Mentally, we would have got over the 10 points nonsense. And either we draw or we win.
Any injuries you guys have? Long term?
Onana.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not sure whether he's back.
And I don't know what's up with Bento.
Yeah, he wasn't on the bench, but he went to play for Portugal.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll bench Ashley Young.
Who's your replacement for Ashley?
Peterson,
Peterson.
the Scotland's right back, who's slightly inexperienced and have tendency to be caught at the back. So when you get a winger run to the back, because the right back's always in front, then the centre back is here, so there's a space to catch offside. So Peterson tend to float to the front without following the centre back, so leaving the space, they catch him at the back. We got caught twice.
Back to like the Man United game. Ashley Young got caught by Garnacho
because he's slow
numerous times.
So that's why in our next choice is our 35-year-old captain, Seamus Coleman.
He's still there.
Even fully fit.
He's still there.
I thought
Because he got injured.
he's still there.
No. Last season he played until he nearly broke his leg. He literally played until he nearly broke his leg, and he's been out since then. But he didn't break his leg. He got severe injury on the knee.
I actually thought he retired.
That's right.
Yeah, but he's a true captain. He will die for the club.
He's the last of Moyes' batch.
Real Moyes style.
Him and Leighton Baines, which one would you prefer?
In terms of skill,
As a captain.
of course, captain Seamus Coleman.
Seamus Coleman.
Baines is very quiet. Whereas, I think Coleman can sort of,
You should have
motivate
seen
them
last
all.
season when he was injured. They carried him out, and then he lifted his hand up.
Oh.
He shouted at the players, and he looked at the fans. He said, "We're going to get through this."
Oh.
Like that. He went
That's
up,
a real
"Oh,
captain."
What captain does that, man?
Even nowadays, also, even
Yeah.
our captain is silent.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
captain no more already. Yeah, and despite he was injured, he was at every game, home and away.
He's still behind the scenes,
Yeah.
motivating.
Every
team.
game he was there. In his
Maybe one
class.
day he can
Manage.
enter the manager role.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Or he could be a good director of football, like the way Bayern Munich. Maybe, never know. But he's a true captain. Yeah. So our third choice right back, is him. So we don't have much good choice.
So you guys going for Everton win, I would say.
I want to
Hopefully,
believe that.
yeah. But I think I will respect Nottingham Forest. They got very good players. And they're playing in City Ground. City Ground is 18,000 capacity. Very
Forest did
compact.
lose last week
Okay.
to
Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah, but that's Brighton.
Brighton,
To be
that's
fair.
right.
Brighton is a
That's
really
right.
good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we play very well away. So maybe we can nick a point. Hopefully 3. But I'm optimistic we won't lose next week.
Okay.
Yeah, optimistic.
Like I said, I want to believe. Although somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's a draw.
Draw.
Draw will be fair.
I think Everton win.
Everton win.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. I like you very much.
Wrong.
So
Take on me after.
Let's go.
I think realistically I'll say draw lah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not trying to be humble. I just kind of know, lah, right?
Yeah.
Newcastle Man United at St James's Park.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Newcastle's on fire.
Man United also on fire.
That's a tough one for United.
Every game is tough for United lah.
Don't know.
Both of United. Which United are you talking about?
MU.
I think it'll be a high scoring draw.
Oh, high scoring.
High scoring draw. Okay.
I actually think Man United will
Maybe.
make it.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I think because Harry Maguire has changed. He's now become like a Cannavaro. I don't know why.
I never thought I would hear those words together.
Maguire.
Maguire, Cannavaro.
Yeah.
He's well now.
Yeah. He's like a new Cannavaro. We're like, where did this Maguire came from?
He got his confidence back, I think.
Yeah, and then I think fans stopped scolding him.
Yeah.
And then
The weight of the captaincy
your
is so no more. Eh?
you're Arsenal fan. Their keeper has that Onana guy. Let's stop. Just focus on playing.
Yeah.
I think they may just nick it. Because one thing about Newcastle, they're confident, they're steady, but there's a hint of unnecessary arrogance. You need to have the champion arrogance to play. Like the way Liverpool,
Oh,
Man
okay.
City,
I understand your point.
Arsenal's invisible. Look, I'm Theory only.
Mm.
Just give a stare, the other people wah, panic. But that's because he's Theory only.
Yeah.
He's been there. Man United used to have that with Alex Ferguson. Now they're slowly getting it. But Newcastle, they finished 4th with a lot of money, doing very well, well done. I respect them, don't get me wrong. I actually like Newcastle. The rare Everton fan who like it. But that arrogance is misplaced. It's like, so, I know many Newcastle
Misplaced
fans,
in what sense?
they feel that they are entitled to win.
Because they
that's
have the
feeling.
money, is it?
So
Oh, okay.
I understand you were down many
Okay.
years. I know you finally won. We were there. We know the feeling. And instead, I think Newcastle should, in my view Newcastle players and the fans should go in every match saying, we can do this. We knew we were quite bad at one time. We got good players. Eddie Howe's a steady manager. We can probably overwhelm slightly Man United. You must go in with that mentality instead of, with Newcastle, we do very well, we're top 4, we're Champions League. Okay, that will bring you down. Because that kind of arrogance, when the other team score against you, you panic, you don't know what to do. Because and because you don't have that proven quality yet, like, unlike the Invincibles or the Man U teams of the 90s, super powerful Chelsea teams of the Mourinho's club, their Frank Lampard, super proven. You can be arrogant and the arrogance will make you feel better. So that when I say when I'm talking about arrogance, it's slight arrogance. I don't know how to explain it. I know some Newcastle fans probably hate me for saying this. Please forgive me. I just want you to do well, right? But maybe every game you go in, stay grounded, but know that you're a good team. Stay grounded, and you will edge out every club. And that was actually how David Moyes manages. We stayed grounded. We knew we can beat Man United, but we need to play defensive way, score one goal and defend. Because we had lousy players.
You guys were realistic about yourselves.
Newcastle have very good players, but we haven't proven yet. None of them have won anything yet.
Yes.
So so you see Leicester plays very different. When they won the Premier League, Vardy, Mahrez, all different. Because your mentality, pop, then you can be cocky. I'm a champion, relax. You'll come. For Newcastle, you come. But that's why I feel MU going in a bit underdog, but quietly confident. Like the last 6 match, everyone have wrongly perceived Man United. Everton will beat Man United. They are angry.
That's true.
Win. But quietly, Ten Hag, we're not doing very well, Pop.
We're the informed team now.
Yes. So Ten Hag got it right, Go in quiet. Don't talk much.
I sense some cockiness there. It's
We're a club in crisis. But we're in top 6.
I do hope Newcastle do well. You know why? Because I want clubs like Newcastle and Spurs to do well, to break the usual cartel. You can't just let Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Man City win. Let other clubs try.
True.
Aston Villa, come on guys, do it, man. Go and do it. And then what we were doing 20 years ago, fighting 5th place, breaking the fight. It's always good to see other clubs going up. It gives hope to us.
one day.
One day we have a chance,
The journeyman.
So what's your prediction?
I think Man U will edge Newcastle, even though they are playing in St. James Park.
Oh, it's a very bold statement.
That's the thing.
Slightly.
That's very bold.
That's the thing.
I feel they can just do it. 1-0, maybe 2-1.
Okay.
Oh, I said it was going to be a high scoring
High
game.
High
scoring
scoring
goal,
goal.
yes.
Okay.
Fun?
I say Newcastle will win.
Newcastle win. Yeah, I'll say Newcastle win also.
I think
This is going to be a step too far for United. And they're playing Champions League this week also. So,
But technically they are
Newcastle,
out.
Newcastle should play Champions League.
but Newcastle are more or less out already. Whereas United is a must-win game against Galatasaray.
Yeah,
Away some more.
tough game for them. Tough
Yeah.
game.
So,
Chelsea Brighton at Stamford Bridge.
Oh, the Brighton play going back to Brighton.
Yeah,
Who's the Chelsea
Caicedo.
Caicedo.
Caicedo. He's finally going back to. Oh, sorry, playing where?
Playing in Chelsea.
Oh, Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, they know they still play home.
Chelsea Brighton. It's hard to say because if you predict Chelsea win,
Chelsea
lose.
would win.
If you predict Chelsea
You know
lose,
what?
Chelsea win.
It depends on which Chelsea team appears.
True.
Yeah, true.
Because we know what Brighton's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Brighton's going to be pass until you die. Whereas Chelsea is, which one is going to come out? Are you going to be the super duper pressing, direct attacking team, or full of error, somebody making mistake?
Yeah.
Which team is going to appear? It depends.
I would say Chelsea win because it's a yo-yo. 1 week good, 1 week bad. Last week was bad, this week is going to be good.
I think Chelsea will lose. against Brighton. I think Brighton is a bit.
Didn't Brighton beat them last season?
Yes,
Yeah.
Stamford Bridge?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
But that was a Chelsea in,
That was Graham Potter lah.
yeah, and Chelsea in a bit of a
Crisis.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for draw lah.
Oh,
Draw.
I'm gonna go for Chelsea because I think they're gonna bounce back after that loss.
Oh,
Yeah.
to Newcastle.
True.
And Chelsea
sense.
tends to perform better at home.
At home, yeah.
True.
Okay, the arch enemy, Liverpool, Fulham.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Need it.
Yeah,
I hate to
sorry,
say
Fulham. Yeah, I hate to say it. But Liverpool, this team is
They're
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you lose Mane, Jordan Henderson, and
Fabinho.
Firmino, right?
Yeah.
Then you replace them with this group of players, and they're still doing well. Klopp, well done.
Would you say they are title contenders?
Yes,
Of course.
100%. The three teams which will fight for the title are you guys, Man City, and Liverpool. Unless Man United can do something.
Man United lah.
But I see these three as the main contenders. Aston Villa, Spurs, Man United will fight for 4th place. Maybe Newcastle. So there are 4 teams fighting for 4th place. That's my prediction. But the top 3 will be Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. And I think, sorry guys, I just think Liverpool is going to take it.
The title.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Klopp just know how to outmaneuver.
Arteta.
Yeah, Arteta.
And
True.
and to pip City to it. Wow.
Well, he did draw yesterday
Mm-hmm.
at
Etihad.
yeah, and he did outplay City very well.
True.
Klopp lah.
True.
Good man, strong man. Yeah.
The big game of
I
the
know
week.
Everton fans will hate me saying that, but I'm just being,
Realistic.
Yeah, realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, the big game of the week. Man City Spurs
Oh.
at the Etihad.
Etihad lah.
Yeah.
Man City lah.
Man City. Yeah.
Haaland is too strong for their defense, and
But
Song,
Spurs did beat City home and away last year.
but
I'd
different
say-
manager.
Yeah.
Different manager, different style.
I'd say it's a bit unlucky that Man City, for Spurs, that Man City is fighting this current Spurs squad. If they had caught Spurs earlier on, then the result would have been different. Right now they are in a down form, so I think City will win comfortably. I say.
Yeah, I see City win also. Spurs has an injury crisis now. So
Yeah, correct. They win, but I still think Man City will win, but very tight. I suspect the Arsenal, the Spurs manager will park the bus.
Yep.
I think so. He's going to do that. Yeah. I think it's the first time, right? He's playing Man City since he became manager.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, first time.
Because when he played Celtic, and he took Celtic to the Champions League, you try and watch Celtic games.
Mm.
When he played in the Champions League, he parked the bus.
Oh,
Really?
A few times, yes, he parked the bus. He hung on to the defense and tried to score 1 goal because he knew Celtic was
Wasn't there?
not that level,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. True.
But of course, with respect, I think Spurs is better than Celtic.
Yeah.
sure.
But you're Man City lah, and you go up against Haaland.
Mm-hmm.
Against Haaland, it's like playing his 10 strikers. You don't want Haaland. So good.
Eh?
Yeah, City.
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 Okay.
Easy.
So before we wrap up, any words of positivity as an Everton fan?
You want to go first?
Trust the process.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Trust the process with Sean Dyche, is it? Or
Trust the process.
Dashboard.
Yeah.
let's go.
I like Daesh. I think he's hardworking. He reminds me of Moyes. We need that kind of manager now. I wish we had Ancelotti, but if Ancelotti is the manager now, I think we get relegated with this kind of situation. Yeah, because Ancelotti is a top manager playing the top team. But yes, with Dyche, I think we can, as I said earlier before the break, just barely make it. We're very tight. We cannot afford to make any more mistakes from now on. Very tight schedule. We haven't played Man City yet. We haven't played you guys at your stadium.
December schedule
We
coming
lost to
up.
you
Oh
at
my
home. We still got to go Old Trafford. Oh my god.
That one came in easily.
And we haven't played Newcastle. Newcastle is really good.
And the crowded fixture in December.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Christmas
so-
fixtures.
But like Lynn said earlier, so long as we don't get injured, our players we should be okay lah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, Everton fans, there's still hope, not to worry.
Let's go.